Well, hi guys. I'm doing a hike that's close to my house because it's a short hike and I need to get some exercise. And because there's a lot of places to trip, a lot of roots and down trees and ice on the trail, I'm wearing my collar because I'm supposed to wear it anytime I'm out away from home and not driving. And I have to wear it every night when I sleep for the next 2 months. I've already been wearing it for a month, so it'll be 3 months total. I got something important to say for those watching this video to think about, and it holds true for everybody, not just me or for the elderly, but for everybody. I just passed a friend of mine, a co-worker, the old supervisor that I used to work with at work. Being it's a nice day out today and it's 60 degrees, he was sitting out on the front porch with his wife. And I can't believe how gray-headed they are now. We're all getting older. His wife is unrecognizable. She does not even look like the same woman. And I honked my horn and I waved at them, and maybe if they're outside, I'll stop and talk to them on the way back. But it just reminds me of the times when I used to work with him. I enjoyed working with him a lot. And though we only live 1 mile apart, he never stops by my house, but I always stop in to talk to him. And this is part of my point. This is part of the point I have. There are people that will say things to you because it's false insurance. And it keeps them a friend with you. And that is called false insurance. And what I mean by that is people will say, if there's anything that I can do for you, should you need it, you know, I'll help you out. I'll give you a hand. But there's a difference between what people say and what people do. And I've had lots of people tell me this over the years. And then when the time comes that you just may need temporary help, just temporary help, they will disappear. They will make excuses as to why they can't come at that particular time. But next time, they will do it. And then there comes a next time. And then they pull out the old trick again of making an excuse of why they can't come this time again. But then they'll come next time. And there never is a time where they actually ever do anything for you. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I've always done things for other people and help other people. Even when they don't ask for it. They don't even have to ask me. I just offer my help, my assistance. And I've been helping my landlord for more than 4 years running the plow truck because he's in a wheelchair and I do it to help him. I gotta be careful through here, it's very icy. My spine is not fused yet, so I cannot fall. So when my landlord called after I got home from the hospital to see how I was doing, and I told him how I was doing, and he says, well, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. And he was kind of like in a hurry to hang up with me because he's always in a hurry. And I says, well, there is something that you can do for me. And he says, what's that? I says, whenever you get out in your little Polaris four-wheeler that has a plow on it, I says, could you just come in and plow my driveway around my van, so if Sandy had to start and warm up my van to keep the battery charged, she could turn the van around so it doesn't just sit in one spot for a long time. And he says, sure. He says, I'll keep it cleaned out. He says, I'll keep you all cleaned out. Well, we got 2 storms since that phone call. And this last storm, when I ran the plow truck again since my surgery, we got 8 inches of snow. And the wind was blowing. And it drifted all in front of my van because I had it backed into the driveway. And it got quite deep. And my van got buried in the driveway. No plowing took place. He never came and cleaned it out. Even though all these years I've been plowing for him, he couldn't plow out my driveway not one time. Just once. Something that would take a minute with a little 4-wheel ATV with a plow on it. 1 minute it would take. He didn't even plow out around my van for 1 minute. And I've got plow damage because I had to get the van out myself. And then I came in with the plow truck and I plowed the driveway myself. And it created some plow damage. And now that the snow is gone at home in my driveway, that all has to be raked back into the driveway, and I can't do it. I don't get my spine checked until the 10th of May, and by then people will be mowing their lawns. I'll have to mow my lawn. I can't even mow my lawn. And I can't rake the plow damage back into the driveway in order to have the lawn mowed. And there's nobody to do it for me. So, this is my point. My point is that you need to take a look at how you live, what you have, and how much you have to take care of. Because like I like to say, this is my saying, is that every average person in their lifetime will buy 2 homes. One when you're young and raising a family, and the second home when you retire. Because the home that you own when you're young, you won't be able to take care of when you're old if it's big and has a lot of bedrooms that you don't need and has a lot of property and you just can't take care of it. You then sell that first home, buy a second home for you and your spouse to live in when you're in your elder years. That's what the average person does. 2 homes in a lifetime. A smart person would buy the type of home you'd need when you retire, so you already have it when the time comes and you can still have the same house you bought. So, just think about that. And because I'll tell you guys, the absolute pathetic truth is that I was forced to retire at the age of 37 in 2008. It was the last time I was physically able to work for an employer. 37 years old. Because over the years, my health has gone to hell, and it caught up with me in 2008 and cost me my job, and I was forced to retire at that young age. There's still quite a bit of snow here in the woods, because the sun don't get to it. So I gotta watch this ice. So you need to look at your property, maintenance on your home, maintenance on things that you own, like machinery, vehicles, whatever. And you really need to think about, can you do all that yourself? Because if the answer is no, then you need to start making arrangements to downsize or get into something that you can take care of yourself. Because when it comes down to it and you need help, people aren't going to be willing to help you like you think. Thinking and believing that you got people that are going to help you is false insurance. It's false insurance because when it comes down to go time and it's reality and you make that phone call to that person that said they would help you, you're going to find out 9 out of 10 times, not always, but 9 out of 10 times, they're not going to help you. All the people that I've helped Now when I need help to just do a little bit of yard work because I'm not allowed to do it or able to do it, they won't do it. My driveway never even got plowed out after doing it for him for more than 4 years. So that goes to show you, people will tell you one thing and do another. And it happens to everybody sooner or later. It happens to everybody. If I were buying a home today, at my age now of 51, I would get a home that does not have an upstairs and has no more than 2 acres of land to take care of. I'd want to be able to have something that I could take care of it myself and not have to rely on anybody. To where I could, if I had to, get up on the roof of a ranch would be a hell of a lot easier than trying to get up on a roof to do a repair or whatever on a 2nd story home. Because the truth of the matter is that when people say they're going to help you, they're not going to help you. And your kids, for those of you watching this video that's got kids, listen closely. You won't believe this now, but you're going to believe this later. I don't care how great your kids are. When it comes down to it, most kids are not going to want to have to take care of their parents. Most kids don't want to take care of their parents. Yes, some kids do. That's fantastic. But for the most part, they're not. And this is why so many people end up in nursing homes. It's because they had children. They didn't want to take care of mom and dad. They wanted to end up with the house and be able to sell it and take away their vehicle and everything else. It happens all the time. It's been happening every day. And then you end up in a nursing home and you got nobody to take care of you. And that's why you end up that way. Your kids may be loving and supportive now, but wait until you become a pain in the ass to your kids because you require so much care or so much help. Just wait until that happens and then see how much your kids are going to tolerate that and how quick they will get sick of it. And it's a lot easier to put someone in a nursing home, put their home and contents on the market, and sell their car and be done with it and wash your hands of it and then just go visit your parent at the nursing home than it would be to just take care of that parent yourself. That's the way most people take. That's the route most people take. So even if you got kids, that doesn't guarantee you that you're going to have the help you're going to need when you get older, because you're going to get there. We're all getting there. And you're going to get there possibly sooner than later, especially if you got bad health and it goes downhill quicker at a younger age. I mean, I'm 51, and right now, today, there's things that need to be done at home that I'm not allowed to do, and I got no one else to do it. So it's either I just do it, or I look at it and have it drive me crazy, which it does. When I look at work that needs to be done, it drives me crazy because I want to get it done. But I'm not allowed to do it, and I shouldn't do it because my neck isn't fused. Because if I screw it up, and like if I fell out here in the woods without wearing a collar, and it don't fuse, or I cause it not to fuse, the surgeon has to go back in and reoperate, and then I'll be in the hospital much longer, and I don't want to do that. Because this operation was horrific, and I suffered like you would not believe through this operation. I suffered. I mean, there for a while I was on crutches because of my hip. Terrible back pain and everything. So there's things that that just have to be done. Have to be done. And who's going to do it? If I didn't have Sandy when I was in the hospital to be at the house and take care of the cats and look after things, if it wasn't for her, the house would have sat, and I don't know who would have fed the cats. I don't know who would have taken care of the house. I don't know who would have started my van and keep the battery from dying when it was snowing and blowing out and cold. Freezing cold. So these are things you've got to think about, because you may feel good today and say, well, you know, I'm 62 years old and I've got 10 acres of land and I got a, you know, a big 2-story, 4-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms in it, and I can take care of everything just fine. Well, you want to know something? That can change overnight. You could suffer a sudden stroke or a heart attack, and now you have to start seeing doctors and specialists and have to go through surgeries and different things, and then you've got recovery time to recoup. And I'll tell you what, you guys, when something hits, it can hit fast, and it can leave you wondering what you're going to do now. So just because you can do it today doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it tomorrow. So you got to think about that. When you go out and buy a house or anything, even if it's a large boat, you got to think about how long are you going to be able to own that and take care of it for? And is it worth it? Is it even worth it to have to begin with? Because if you had to unload it, how hard would it be to unload it? Would you be able to make a quick sale? Maybe make a profit? Or would you have to sit on it for years and just wait for that buyer to come along? There's a lot of things to take into consideration before you jump and make that big purchase. Think smart and think ahead. Think ahead. And those people that promise you that they will do X, Y, and Z for you if you ever needed it, put it to the test someday. Make up some problem, make up some reason, and then call them and say, you know what, I threw out my back today and I can't take my trash out. Will you come and take my trash out? And see if that person shows up. See if that person shows up. See if they say, yeah, I'll take your trash out. Because I'm telling you right now, you will come to a time in your life when you're going to need somebody's help. Everybody does. Every single human being watching this video, I don't care what your age is, today as you watch this video, everybody, sooner or later in their life, is going to need the help of another person for something. And if you don't have those good people that you can rely on, somebody that is true and tested, and you've proven it because you've asked them before and they actually did come and do things for you when you needed them to, if you don't have people like that in your life, and something goes wrong and something happens to you, you're going to be screwed. You're on your own. Because right now, I'm on my own. And the only one that I can count on right here at home is Sandy. If I call her and tell her I need something, she has and she will come and do things for me. And I've always appreciated that, and I tell her I appreciate it. She is reliable and I can count on her. So if it wasn't for her, I'd be completely screwed. But I'm not going to have her rake my yard. She's only 5 foot, she's very petite, and she's up there in age. She's 67 years old. So I'm not going to have her rake my yard. It'll just have to wait until I can do it. It's just going to have to wait. So think about those people you got in your life, including your own kids. Put your own children to the test and see if they will come and help you when you call them and need them. Or are they going to just make freaking excuses and blow you off and just figure somebody else can do it? You'll find someone else to do it, because that's what most people like to do. They like to pass the buck and let some other sucker come and do it for you, because that's how people view it, is just being a sucker. And it's too bad that we live in a world like that. But that's the way it is. Most people are selfish and don't give a damn about other people. And I've never lived my life like that. I've always tried to be there and do things for people, and to where they can count on me and be reliable and show up on time and never be late. I believe that's important. And, oh man, look at the trail here, you guys. Really, really muddy. I'm gonna stay up on the other side of this log. Oh my God. The only reason why I'm out here hiking this trail today is because my body has suffered with being immobile because of this neck surgery, and it affects the muscles in my legs, and it affects my feet and everything else, not to mention my health. And I need to get moving and keep moving. And that is why I am doing this today, is because why my neck fuses and heals, I need to keep moving. Just got to keep moving. That's the main thing. And it feels good to be out here smelling the decaying leaves and being able to smell the earth after the snow is gone. And the fact that it's spring now is just fantastic. Really fantastic. I do carry my bear spray. Not because of bears right now, although they're getting ready to come out of their dens. It's for dogs. Because there are dogs in the area and some people just let them run loose. And if I met up with a loose Rottweiler that was a troubled dog or a pit bull or something, I got the bear mace for it. I'm about halfway done with this hike. 1.5 miles. Whoa! Shit, I almost bit the dust there. It's very, very muddy. Big pools of standing water. They have to build bridges in here. So I'm going to go this way and go around. It looks like other people have been doing the same thing. I just got to watch I don't fall. That's the main thing. It's a good test. So I hope you got something out of this video. Something food for thought. Something to think about. Because it's a hell of a place to be when you need somebody's help just for an hour or for a day and you don't even have it. When you don't have the help that you need, it's a horrible feeling because then you know you're truly on your own and only you can get it done and you just got to wait until you're able to do it.